Welcome to another episode of Rambles on Record. I'm hoping to do one that's actually like full length, more than the 10-minute ones that I've been putting out recently, because I don't feel like that gets enough of what's on my mind on the plate. So hopefully I can go a little longer today, though at the same time I don't know how bearable it'll be in the July heat. So I will just hope that I can get through a whole 30-ish minutes of this. Usually I'd go to 40. I'm gonna go a little shorter than normal, we'll see. But hi, it's been quite a July, quite a long July. I feel like this month has been my entire life, and there hasn't been anything past it, and it feels insane to me to say that. But it feels like it's been a while. Feels like it's been such a long time. um, I've been talking about in previous videos that I will be probably going back to college in the coming months, and as it seems right now, that is subject to change. Sorry, guys. Hello. I wanted to straighten out the camera because it was tilted, but that might change here in the next little bit. I have not canceled my college plans, but I have also started to line up an interview, as it would seem. So we'll see if I end up just getting a second job or if I actually end up going back to college. And I think I need to get some of the feelings I have about all that on the floor, because I am very nervous to go back to college at this point, and it's not because I'm nervous to be around people or I'm nervous to learn something new or anything like that. It's more of the idea of, is this actually gonna work out into anything that I'm hoping it will, and is this gonna be a good use of my time, and is this something that I want to do? Is it going to be worth it at the end of it all? I'm not worried about the financials of it. It's a community college. Community college, especially where I am, isn't that expensive, especially compared to regular colleges. But is this going to be enough, especially in the industry I'm going into? I don't know if a 2 year degree is going to be enough for that. And I don't feel like I have enough time to worry about that right now, especially with the way things seem to be going economically, and it's very stress inducing. Um, I imagine a lot of people nowadays, especially, can relate to that mindset of just everything seems to be coming down around them, and we're trying to figure out what we can do to keep our head above it all, but it's beginning to feel more and more difficult to do all that. And I hate to be a very negative person about all this, but at the same time, I feel like you have to be kind of realistic about it. You can't just say, well, something will work out one way or another all the time. As nice as that sentiment is, and as much as I love that sentiment, honestly, I do believe one way or another things will work out. But at the same time, it's very hard to just let life take a back seat and say, oh, yeah, this is something that I think will work out. You have to look at everything and say, this is what's probably going to work out the best for me. I don't know. Again, this is why it's just me rambling. I don't entirely know what I'm saying. I think this is kind of the perfect time for me to do this as well, because usually I wanted to do this at night. It's 12:30 right now where I am, and that's perfect for me. It's in that mindset where I'm half awake, half asleep, trying to fight sleep just a little, but also trying to get closer to going to bed. But I don't know. I'm very I'm very much so in the mindset I wanted to be at when I started this whole idea, and I'd like to talk about that as well. Last month was the anniversary of the channel, which was huge for me. Very very huge uh, for me personally, and because this is something that I've wanted to do for such a long time. This is something I wanted to do since I was in middle school, and I'm very, very happy to be at where I'm at now because as of recording, the last time I saw, where I'm at 136 subscribers. Last time I checked and I talked about this, I'm pretty certain I was at like 104, which is really, really good. Very, very good. I might have been in the 110s when I talked about this last, but either way, I'm very thankful to be where I'm at. I'm very thankful to everyone that is subscribed to the channel for being here. And I'm hoping to get this back to a place where I wanted it to be because it has not been there for a while. This was originally for me to say, oh, I have feelings about XYZ thing. And it slowly evolved into me just throwing every thought I had about life out into the world, which I'm not entirely complaining about, but at the same time, it is admittedly not why I started this little series. I really wanted to just talk about whatever was relevant, like a movie or like an action figure or something, like a show, something that I didn't want to make an entire like, excuse me, goodness, I didn't want to make an entire video essay about where I expressed all my feelings because I knew I wouldn't have the time for all of that. But at the same time, this was supposed to be a place for me to talk about that kind of thing. But as of late, things have felt very samey, if I'm honest, and I don't enjoy it. I really don't enjoy it. Um, I've enjoyed. There is one part of it that I've very much so enjoyed. I've enjoyed the ability to the time that I've spent with Anna, doing things with her, because we've been doing a lot of different things. But sorry, goodness. At the same time, the things that I've had on the back burner for a while, like videos and streams and whatnot, that hasn't come to fruition yet. And I'd like to change that, but at the same time, I feel wrapped up in what I'm doing now, which is still just more of the same. And it feels exhausting. I really. Hold on. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I made tea. I'm gonna have to post my tea recipe at one point or another because I make good sweet tea. I make really good sweet tea. I think I make really good sweet tea. I'm very confident about that because Anna has constantly told me how good my sweet tea is. But um I honestly think the biggest thing for me right now is just I've been playing way too much Fortnite and I want I want to be done with it, but at the same time I want to get all this stuff before the season ends. And uh I need to take this week actually make a full-on video, I think. I feel very here's the thing about me making a video. I don't know how many other content creators the way that I think, but I doubt a lot of them do. The way I feel like I have to make a video is I have to spend an entire day just filming. I can't do anything else during that day. I have to spend my entire time just working on that. And so I can't come home from work at 5 o'clock and just film for a couple hours and say, okay, here's the scenes I want to get done for this time period, and then I can do it again next day or the day after. I can pick up where I left off and then keep doing another 2 hours of work and then take the weekend to edit. I can't do that mentally. It's very, it's, what's the word? Goodness gracious. It is very, I can't think of the word right now. It's very mixed up that way. It's like a something disjointed, feels kind of right. Disorganized, I guess. That's probably the closest I'm gonna get. It feels very disorganized to do it that way and to split it up that way in my head. It's like just get all the filming done, then get all the editing done the next day. But I think I have to start organizing stuff where I'm making all of the video stuff in one day and then doing all the editing in a different day. And then I think I can finally start to mentally get these things done. And I think when I start to get in a groove, like I got in a groove for a while, and I was getting in the motions of posting actual videos, and now I'm just not. It doesn't feel good. I feel like I'm putting out the sketches. I'm putting out the sketches. This is what I talked about semi recently. I'm putting out all these sketches, but I'm not taking the time to work on anything bigger. I feel like I have to work on something bigger. I have a couple of videos already lined up in my head. I have to do a video on SHF Denji, and then Sai requested one on Kaiju number 8. I think once I'm done with Kaiju number 8, I will probably relegate reviews to mini reviews, which I haven't even been doing those recently. I think the last time I did one was for the channel's anniversary back in June. So it's not like it's been months and months, but it has been a month. I've done that. I've started another series, sure, and I got back into streaming, sure. Which that's another thing that I need to do. I need to start working on for Minecraft soon, and I haven't been working on that. I feel like if I worked on all these things, if I started working on all these things, then I would feel much better about myself. But as it stands right now, I look really chubby in the camera, and I don't like it anyway. Anna's gonna love that when she hears it. But I feel like right now I'm just not doing enough of what I want to do. And I'm trapped in my own head about it because it's not like someone else is telling me not to do it. Someone else is telling me, hey, you don't have the time for this, or hey, there's this or this or this. It's me saying, well, I don't have the time for it. I'm just going to get on with the guys again. So irritating. Very, very irritating. It's very exhausting as well. I don't feel full. I can't say complete. I don't feel full. I feel like I'm snacking on different things in different videos, but I'm not eating an actual meal. I've had a bunch of chips. I've had some fucking pastries, but I haven't had an actual meal. I haven't had a burger. I had chicken. and pork chop. All I've had is chips and chips and chips and chips. And while some people will always eat the chips, for me, it's not enough. You know, when all you ever eat is chips, then after a while you get tired of them. And I need to start making actual videos. I need to start scripting stuff out. And I need to start filming it in chunks. This helps, this cup helps with me spilling water everywhere, because I think the last time I did a stream, I knocked a water cup off my table and spilled water literally everywhere. It was all over this mat, it was all over my floor, it was getting under my printer. I had to make sure the baby was okay. This is another thing that I've been wanting to make a video on literally for months. Since I think before the summer started, I wanted to make a video on 3D printing. Why it's such a good tool for collectors. Because I've used a lot of 3D printed parts and a lot of 3D printed things to make either like heads, or legs, or joints, or whatever. Not legs. I haven't made any legs with them. That part was a lie. I've upgraded my Gundam Ariel with a better torso joint. I made an entire figure with Lego joints and 3D printed parts. I made my Fei Long a whole extra C joint in the waist. I just haven't made the video because I keep saying, oh, I'm going to film it all in a day and then I'm going to edit it the next day, but I don't have a full day to work on it. You don't have to have a strict filming day. You don't have to have a strict editing day. Just film it in chunks. Film it in chunks. This is advice for myself as well as everyone else out there that might be wanting to do YouTube. If you want to film a video, don't do it all in a day. Don't rush yourself. Do it in chunks. Then if you come back and you have a better idea later on for a chunk that you like, you have a better idea for a chunk, you just start on it again. You know? Like, I feel like, I don't want to say I feel like an idiot, but I kind of do. I kind of feel like just, I feel kind of stupid for just saying, you know, you have to film everything in one day. You can't come back to this in different days. The lighting will be off. This will be off. That'll be off. You have a script. You can't write a good script. You can't go off a script. Script doesn't have to be the full thing. It's just an outline. Like I keep saying that I keep trying to make a script, right? And then I go back and I look at the script and I'm like, I'm not going to read off of this. But you don't have to read straight off a script. That's basically a storyboard. It's like a part of this video that you could just mix around, you know? I really need to start working on videos. I think what I want to do is I want to start trying to make another video on Thursday. Or not Thursday. Wednesday. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. The reason I have this cup matching with Anna, because I love her. And also, it's our colors. I'm purple, she's orange. She's the orange. And also matches the tea. So it makes it a brighter orange. But that's another thing. I have been spending like a ton of time with her. And I don't regret a second of it because we need to be able to spend time together. We need to spend some time together every once in a while. Like genuinely. If you don't make time for your spouse, or your girlfriend or your whatever or your partner, do it, coward. There are some people that have different situations than I do, of course, but like if you have the ability to make time for your partner and you just don't, then what are you doing? You need to carve out time for them. Y'all need time together, you know? You can't just say, well, I'm gonna do my own thing, but I'll just come visit you whenever I want. No, just be like, it's us time. We're gonna go do something for us. You know? But do stuff together. Live life together. You also don't need a person. It's just nice to have a person, especially when you click really well with a person. It's not bad to be independent. It's quite nice to be independent. I enjoy being independent, if I'm honest. I enjoy having my alone time, but at the same time, like it's fun to do things with another person. And you need to make time to do those things with another person, you know? You can't just be like, well, I like doing things by myself, so I'm never gonna make time for another person, you know? If you find another person that you click really well with, then make time for them, dog. This is stupid basic stuff. This is really stupid, like basic stuff, it feels like. But I feel like it needs to be said at one point or another. Maybe that's the old person coming out in me. Maybe that's not like old, but not like 60s, 70s, 80s old, but you know, older of no one cares for their spouses, yada yada. My this young generation is a bunch of hooligans. Hooligans. I'm getting to bedtime point, but yeah, just maybe that is just the older person coming out of me, because there are plenty of people that really do care for their partners and really do click with their partners. It's amazing, but sorry if y'all heard my foot scraping against the floor. I pop later. It'll pop later. I'll get it later when I'm not on recording. But that's one of my fidgety things, just like popping my ankles, and it's weird, and I hate it. But it feels nice. But that's a whole other story for a whole other day. But yeah, I'm gonna try and start chunking larger videos out. That doesn't mean I'm gonna end daily content, because good lord, does that help? Like, oh my god, does that help? Um, yeah, but I'm gonna hope to fit in more like actual regular length videos. Like a third job on top of the two. Thirsty. I'm getting thirsty. But we'll see if the third job, or if the second job even comes to fruition, or if I go back to college and do my other job. I just don't know how much the job on top of college will truly work out, because the way it would work out, as I see it right now, is I would basically spend all of my weekdays either working or going to college or doing college work, and then I would spend my Fridays doing work in the morning and then coming home to do more college work. And I just don't know how much I can do that as myself. I really struggle with focusing and what's the other word? Goodness gracious. I really struggle with focusing and procrastination. There we go. I can't. I cannot keep my eye on the prize sometimes. It's it's really rough. Really rough. But hopefully one day or another I figure that out and I can make it work for myself. If I had to pick anything that I really want to do in life, though, it would be YouTube. I really want to work on that. I really, really want to make something with this. I don't I don't think that it's just a fruitless hobby that I have. And I'm starting to see that more and more, especially with how much the channel has been growing recently. I just need to understand what kind of niche I have. And I think I do. I think I understand part of it. But at the same time, there are going to be days where I want to do what I want to do. And that overrules the niche. Because it's YouTube, baby. It's you're in the title. But and the hardest day right now, uh, Tuesdays. I get up and I'm not focused in on making a video, and then I go and do something else, and then I come back and I don't want to do anything at night, but I also don't want to go to bed. Really, Tuesdays are a pain in the keister, a real pain in the ass, real pain in the ass. I don't like working late shifts anymore either. Late shifts really like the problem as of this month. Genuinely, like it just started this month. First of all, I'm working in a grocery store. Yippee! I don't know if that's new information. I doubt it is. I've worked in retail since 2021. 22, not 22, 20, just 20. Since 2020, I've been working in retail, whether it be, a smaller place. Right now, I'm working at a bigger grocery store. Been working at the bigger grocery store for the better part of 2 years. Left for a little bit, came back. It's been a mess. And now that I'm back, I'm running one of the departments by myself, pretty much. But what's been happening as of late is my trucks for my department don't get there until like 5 o'clock. I have to leave at 10, and it's supposed to be my big days. And like, I'm there at 2. They used to get there at 2 or before, or like 3:30 at the latest, and now they're getting there at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Pain. It's a real pain. Really obnoxious. And then I'm just like, I get to the night and I'm still working, and it feels off. Everything feels so off. It's weird. It is very much so. It's kind of ghost town vibes. It's like, uh, just feeling misplaced, I guess. I don't know. Weird. I don't like it. I don't like working night anymore. I like doing this at night. I like sitting in my house and like recording a video at night. And I really wish that I could just have my nights myself during the week. But if I get a second job, then that is going to change. It'll be Tuesdays, Thursdays. Yeah, those will be my late nights. And then I might be able to do something on Sunday. Sorry if you heard the horrid crack of my ankle. But ice on my teeth. Ice on my teeth. I might have to title this episode Tea Time because I've been drinking my tea. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. See what I name this one. I'm tired. Today. Let me tell you about today, and then I'll hop off. Today was a pain. If you work in a grocery store, or if you don't work in a grocery store, uh, if you work in a grocery store, you know about resets. If you don't work in a grocery store, I'll tell you about resets. Resets are basically just when a store starts getting a new product and they have to reset the entire shelf. It's the name. And recently I had a reset on my pizza, so all of my pizza got shuffled around, and there are new things coming in. But no one told me. So it just happened over the weekend, and I get back to work and everything's in the wrong place. I'm just standing there like, what is happening? Truthfully, I actually only noticed after I found like 4 buggies worth of pizza in my freezer, and I was like, why didn't this get put out? What is happening with this? And I go on the floor and everything's in the wrong spot. And I'm thinking, huh? So that's how I started my day. I had a reset and no one told me about it. And for most of my day, it was just me putting up backstock, like mindlessly putting up backstock. But the end of my day was me spending an hour and a half breaking up ice on the floor, putting my entire back into it, and trying to put away dozens and dozens of pizza boxes in banana boxes so they don't just sit there in carts. That never got done. That never got done. That never got done because I spent too much time breaking up ice. Because nobody else in the other departments closes the door. So all of the water from the ice that was on the floor just turns into more ice when it freezes again. Who would have guessed? And the water that's on the ceiling drips down onto the floor and then becomes ice on the floor. No frost all in the freezer. My freezer's a mess, and I don't know what to do because no one else will close the door or grab their stuff and then leave. But I've been trying to figure stuff out. I just don't have all the time in the world. So I had to leave without banana boxes being put up where they needed to be, and without all of this stuff done. I feel really bad about it, but I also am exhausted. Tomorrow morning, I do not have to go until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I get a morning to myself. See what I do with it. Really fun to go somewhere. We'll see if I actually do that. I might. I kind of want to get on Fortnite early in the morning and try and get done with as many quests as humanly possible so I can try and get through the pass and try and finish it off. We'll see if that actually gets done. I'm just exhausted. So I'll figure out what I do in the morning, and I'm going to go to bed. And I'll talk to you guys next month. This version of me will. This side of me will come out then, the end of August. And I hope that you guys have a much better August than you did July. Even if you had the best July of your life, I hope you have a better August. And I want y'all to put some good in the world, as always. I need to try and keep that up, even if Anna makes fun of me for it. Always try and put some good in the world, even if you do the littlest things. I did a couple of good things this past month. Helped one guy, who's like really old, put all of his groceries in his truck, and didn't get a damn thing for it, which I feel good about because I just wanted to be nice to a man. And there's a kid the other day. There's a lost kid in the store the other day, and I helped them back to their mom. I felt good about that. I felt really good about that. I felt very nice about that. So if you put good things in the world, then you'll get a good feeling out. Even if you don't get something good out of it, you get a good feeling out of it. I think that's important, is to feel good about yourself. So put some good in the world, no matter what. And I will talk to you guys at the end of August. A lot of things are going to be happening in August. I'll talk to you.